Hello, everybody. This is Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan. Welcome back to another Plan with me. This week I'm memory planning the first full week of April. Again, jumping back, if you watched my last plan with me, this is before that, but after the double plan with me, somewhere around there. I'm showing you the kit that I'm using for this week. It's the April kit from Sadie Stickers. It is amazing, and I am absolutely obsessed with how this spread came out. I'm also showing you all of the deco that I'm going to be using in this kit, which I had organized. Well, I have all of my like seasonal foiled deco organized in my Ray and Takeo binders, which has been really amazing. So I just gave you a little glimpse of that there. I definitely would love to do a sticker organization video at some point. I get asked that a lot. So I totally, it's on my radar if you're interested. But yeah, I do love those Ray and Takeo binders. They just did a new release, if you didn't know. They have some new sleeves and a new colorway of the binder. So I have them linked down below, and I have a coupon code for them too. It's Lauren10. Anyways, okay, back to the spread because it is so amazing. Well, not it's amazing. I really liked it. I had a lot of fun planning with this kit. I was actually really nervous to plan with this kit because I don't know. I just was. I think I kind of talked in a recent plan with me about how color palettes can throw me off a little bit. And this kit itself had it had green in the color palette, which I actually just totally omitted. I didn't use any of the green stickers from the kit, but I think when I purchased it, I had a feeling I was going to do that, and it made me a little bit nervous to like just sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But it ended up so soft and so pretty, and the color palette ended up exactly how I wanted it, and I just love it. I just had so much fun with it. Like, the other thing that had made me nervous was the florals, because they're different than what I normally go for, which is I normally like bouquets of florals that are like very, like, a lot of different like sizes and shapes and that have different movement and whatever, all that. I'm into that, but this didn't have any floral bouquets. It was just branches and individual flowers and individual leaves, which I like having individual flowers and leaves, but having just the branches was like, it made me a little nervous, but I actually like, they all had really good movement and flow. Like I always say, they just all had different kind of shapes and directions, and I loved doing it. I had so much fun. It was really a pleasure, and it was like a good challenge where I enjoyed it and really liked it. So the date covers up here is nothing too fancy. I used the date covers from the kit. I didn't do, any like DIY date covers or anything like that. And I just kind of layered in some of the individual florals and the branches. I put some of them together, kind of the usual. I took, again, I had so much cherry blossom foil deco. As always, most of my like foiled seasonal deco is from either the Pretty Pink Co. or Sadie Stickers. I'm sure it was about half and half for this spread. So I did a lot of that. That's where all the little like borders that I'm cutting up is from. And then I also took a page out of Rachel of Gathered Plans book to do this. I wanted to make it look like the cherry blossoms were falling from like the top, because I had so many different cherry blossom sheets, and some were like falling cherry blossom sheets. So it was easy to do. Like, the movement was already there in the stickers, and I just kind of had to combine some sticker sheets and some dots and whatever, and kind of just put them in the right spots. And I really feel like it does look like they're like raining down, falling from the top of the page, which I love. Like, I feel like it looks I really like how it looks. Again, that was something I got from Rachel. We did a plan with me, like a live on Instagram once, and she wasn't using this kit. I don't even think she was using a cherry blossom kit. She was just using like a pink springy kit, and she did that at the top of her page. And when you're doing a live, you can't really see too much what the other person is planning. But afterwards, after the fact, I saw it and I was like blown away. I thought it was so beautiful. So I was really excited to do my own version of that in this spread, and I think it turned out really nice. All right, so over in the sidebar for the monthly, I loved that sticker in the far left, the like branches with the hanging, I think, are they Japanese lanterns? So amazing. One of the reasons that I was excited to plan with this kit is because for like Sadie stickers weekly and monthly kits. So she'll release like a monthly kit every single month, clearly, that has a matching weekly kit. And then the monthly kit has a matching like large sheet of deco that's kind of more monthly sized. And if I like the like design or the, whatever the monthly kit is, I always will buy it because I love using that extra big sheet of deco. It is like so nice to have all of those extras because they're much bigger, and she includes clip art and stuff which you don't get in her regular kits. I would love to see that in her regular kits because I really like using it. But I'm always excited to use the like monthly/weekly versions when they're my style. And this is such a good example. I pulled in some of the deco that I loved were the cherry trees. Amazing. I pulled that into the sidebar and put the canoe in front, and then I had layered over top one of the like journaling strip washi torn page things here. And I tried to do a similar thing in the sidebar to make it kind of continue on, like the cherry blossoms were falling down. I actually don't love how that ended up. To be totally honest, I don't think I did a great job of that, but the rest of it with like the cherry tree and the, I don't know if there's a specific Japanese word for that, but that like canoe, I think that looked really nice. And the torn paper kind of did too much with the foils, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Okay, so let's move on into the day by day here. Monday was really nothing too exciting. I marked working from home this Monday. I took one of the boxes that comes with her like functional add-on sheet, and then I layered I think it's one of the paper trail plans boxes over top from the mini box sampler. I love the mini box samplers. They have like all different sizes of those boxes. They also have different shapes. You can get rectangular ones, square ones, arch-shaped ones, oval ones, etc. But it's really great because it'll fit over top pretty much any sticker that you have. So I layered that in a work from home script up there. I marked grocery shopping, and then down here I marked that I meal prepped some orzo, which has been a great thing for me to meal prep lately, just because when I do it, I do like a big batch of it, and I do it with a ton of roasted vegetables, and it lasts us as like, it's just such a quick and easy thing to heat up in the microwave, and then like Steven will grill chicken, throw a piece of grilled chicken on, and it's just such a balanced meal, and I don't know, I love that. Okay, anyway, so moving on to Tuesday, I'm doing something a little different down here. I kind of DIY'd my own full box right here because she had two boxes in the kit, I think, full boxes in the kit that they were like a solid color, and then they just had foil on them. They didn't have any like printed color on them at all. And what I was going for in this kit was like, I really liked all of the watercolor and the softness. So just having like the solid color and the foil wasn't really my thing. So I ended up just taking one of the like pieces of the torn paper washi from the journaling kit, I think, putting that on one side of it, and then layering another one of those Japanese cherry blossom trees over top of it. And I think, like, if you look close at it, you're like, oh, that's not a full box. But I think from far off, it looks pretty good, and it kind of incorporates some more of the color and the clip art and the watercolor feel into that area. So that was kind of my little hack right there. Okay, so for Tuesday, I marked that I was in the office this day. Again, all of the scripts that I'm using are from Paper Trail Plans. I also marked having 4 meetings here, and I took one of the smaller little boxes from the mini box sampler from Paper Trail Plans to layer over top the 3rd box from the kit. And then, of course, just layering more florals and, whatever, all of the cherry blossom foil deco. I've said this before, but my favorite thing ever is when I can like go hard at a theme with foil deco. Like if I have a ton of it, whether it's a holiday or something like this cherry blossom, it just makes me so happy to be able to like pull in all of these themed foils. It's so much fun. I feel like it keeps it so fresh for me. Okay, what else? I marked that, again, this is probably redundant if you've watched my last few Playing with Me's, but while I was working in the office, I was every Tuesday at least, I would have a meeting in a different building where the coffee cafe was, or like free cafe. So I would always get coffee on Tuesdays. And then I marked picking up sweet greens, which again was another one of the perks that we had when we were back in the office, was they would deliver, like, we got free sweet green lunch for a while that they delivered to us. And then, yeah, I marked what else at the bottom there? Finish, edit, and nails. Okay, cool. Probably some to-dos that I did at home. The little scalloped box that I layered over top of the quarter box was from Crafts by Towie. Okay, so honestly, not a lot of fun stuff happening here, TBH. What can I talk about besides the plans? Oh, you know what I'll talk about? Something that I really enjoyed doing with the branches in this kit, like, besides the fact that some of the branches, like the one that I have on the 3 meetings up there, was just, again, had really good flow. But like what I'm doing right here with the camera and then the like branch, kind of layering it behind. I didn't do it for that specific, like I marked filming and doing a voiceover. I didn't do it on that one, but there's some other times in the spread, I'll try to call it out, where I kind of like cut up the florals and move them to the other side of the icon to make it look like the icon was really like nestled in between the branches. And I love that. Like, that is what gets me going with the floral deco. When I can do stuff like that, like layer and like weave stickers in between each other and make it look like it was intentionally done like that, that is like the height of my like happiness for florals. Why I love florals so much. So I'll try and call it out again when it happens. Oh, you know what? I did it again at the bottom of this day, so I'll talk about it in a second. So the end of Thursday, I marked that I was in the office this day too. I used one of the calendar stickers from Crafts by Towie. She now has those on their own separate sheets, and I have been loving them. There's a pink colorway and a neutrals colorway, and both are great and match so many of the kits that like I tend to gravitate towards, the color palettes that I tend to like. And I just have to like stop myself from using them every day of every spread because I totally would if I had a huge stock of them, because like they're great for marking meetings, they're great for marking whether or not I was in the office or at home, they're great for marking work tasks or appointments. Like, they're just so perfect. I also, you may have seen in the past, I like using them in the upper left hand corner for the months, etc. Okay, I also marked that I had a stressful work day. I don't remember why at this point, probably something to do with working from in the office. And then I had marked at the bottom that I made a Greek dill chicken with a really cute like pot and pan sticker on a stove from White Deer Stationery, which I really liked that sticker. I think that was the first time I used it. But yeah, I made a really good baked chicken. I can't remember if I posted it on my Instagram stories, but I think that must have been the first time I did it, and it was delicious. I was growing fresh dill at the time, I think. I mean, I still am, but it's gone to seed at this point. Anyways, I think I skipped over. I'll try to show you where I use that technique with like the nestling the icons into the branches, because I think I skipped over it there. Okay, I'm actually doing it here. I'm marking one meeting here, and see how I'm like cutting the floral that's behind the screen there, and then I'm layering it like on the other side of the screen, so it kind of looks like the branch actually like extended out behind it, and the screen is really like in the middle of the branch and nestled in there. I did that a few times, and I just really enjoyed that. That was like a really fun and kind of new way to use the sticker, since I don't normally use a lot of branches like that. I don't know. It felt different, and even though I do similar things with like greenery, I don't know. The branch thing was really fun. So, okay, so what else did I mark here? I worked from home this day, posted a plan with me. Again, that box is from Crafts by Towie. Oh, I should mention too, this spread, because the colors were so soft and I really wanted to keep the spread looking really soft, I didn't use any foil icons. So all of the icons that I used for this spread were all from White Deer Stationery. There was a couple colorways that went really well with the spread, the pink and the blue. So I just pulled those in because it was just really easy to do it. And again, I think it helped keep the spread looking really, really light and soft and like airy. So always love that. I'm down here just doing a little scene using some foiled branches from the floral deco as well as some from the Pretty Pinko. She had those foiled cherry blossom branches that I tried to pull in a couple of times. They were, yeah, it was kind of fun to mix and match the like foiled branches with the floral ones. Okay, so moving on to Friday. This really wasn't a very exciting week. I apologize. I didn't really do anything very fun during the week here. But I'm just marking work from home again using another one of those calendars, cutting up the paper trail plan stickers, like scripts to do that because I think they are reformatting some of their scripts, if I'm not mistaken, or beginning to make them more centered because previously they were very elongated. They took up like almost not the whole width of a column, but they definitely were more vertical than stacked horizontally. And I oftentimes cut them up so that way they are more horizontal because most of the time I am using them, I'm layering them over top of box that doesn't take up the full width of the column. So I don't mind cutting them up at all. I do it almost every time because I almost always, like I said, almost always use them that way where I need them to fit into a pretty small or specific area. So I cut it up and layer it the way I want it. Okay, I had marked the cleaners coming this Friday, and then I marked filming my talk through. I think in a recent plan with me, I got very confused because I was working on that same talk through at the time, and I had totally forgotten that I did like a spring talk through with a Sadie stickers kit, which I actually really like how that spread turned out. But that's on my channel if you're interested in seeing a talk through. I'll say it again. If anybody wants to try filming a talk through plan with me, I am totally open to giving you some tips on it. I would love to watch them. I love watching talk throughs. So putting it out there. If anybody wants to film one, I'll be the first in line to watch it. Here I am doing that little trick again, layering that takeout box into the branches, cutting it up and putting the branch on the other side so it looks like, I don't know, just so it kind of fits that space a little bit better, and just layering in, of course, some more of the cherry blossom florals all around it. I had so many. There was like falling ones and there was like cluster dot ones. I just had so much good stuff. It helped make the spread feel so like, I don't know, cohesive and like intentional to have all that. It was really fun. And then down here, I kind of did this on the other side too. I like to try and mirror this a bit. If I'm doing something like this on one side, I try to do it on the other side of the spread as well, where I put down, this is kind of my classic thing. I do this a lot, but I put down one of the Gathered Layers, Panabird Design scallop boxes. I never know the name of them. Layered some florals and stuff over top of it, just to take up some space at the very bottom there. So just for some symmetry to make sure that that was kind of happening on both sides. I loved what I did up here too. I think that this looks really nice. I took one of the arches from the journaling kit, and I took then one of the arches again from the samplers from not the Pretty Pinko, Paper Trail Plans. Again, they made them for this purpose so that you could layer them on top of arches from kits, and this was just such a good fit. And then I got to use the smaller version of the hanging lantern deco, because I just really loved that deco, and I thought that it just, I don't know, again, the movement of it, I'm a really big fan of it, and like how it fit over top that box. Since it's so vertical, it needed like a vertical sticker like that. So I just marked that I edited and filmed in the morning, on Saturday morning. And I used a coffee cup from White Deer Stationery to kind of mark that. So after that, we went and we got lunch. It was kind of like a brunch with my cousins and some of my friends. So I marked that. Again, more of those Pretty Pinko boxes, layering them over top some of the solid midi boxes from the functional kit. And then I really wanted to use that tree again. I just loved the cherry blossom trees from the deco, and I wanted to use all of them that I could. So instead of using florals to like spice this area up or pull in color and layer, I used the tree. And then I took again one of those Paper Trail Plans boxes, but that is the like actual square version, and a little cocktail glass from Wager Stationery. I forgot to add a bow and foil it, which is insane because I always add a bow and foil that. I'm going to go back and do that after. But anyways, to mark that, we went out to a really nice dinner with my parents. We had bought them a gift card for this place for Christmas or something, I think, and they insisted that we come with them, even though we had gotten them it as a gift. So, but anyways, we had a really nice time doing that. Okay, moving on to Sunday, I made a little gardening checklist because I spent the day gardening. So I made a checklist of all of the things that I did. So I actually cut the word garden off of another, I can't remember what, but there was like a sampler from Paper Trail Plans that had all of the gardening like words on it. So I cut the word garden off. I cut down a flag from the kit so it didn't go the full width, and then layered some florals and took some more of the cherry blossoms to make my own little checklist there to mark all of that, which I think looks really cute. I love making my own checklist. I think it's a really fun way when like I'm spending the day doing like a lot of stuff that is all related to one thing. Like if I'm doing a bunch of stuff gardening and it's taking me hours, so I need to mark up a big chunk of time to list it all off that way. Or if I'm running errands, or if I'm like going shopping and I want to list all the shops I went to. I love doing like a DIY checklist like this. So there are some good stickers in the kit and that I had on hand to do that. I also marked that I did a lot of laundry this day. I marked in my actual planner, my functional planner, I said big laundry day, fold, which probably means I was folding clothes for hours because I'm really bad at keeping up on laundry. I marked that I did a voiceover for a plan with me. And then down here, again, using another Gathered Layers shadow box kind of square and layering it on top of a box from the kit that I, again, layered a Paper Trail Plans box on top of to white out. And then more branches from the kit and from the Pretty Pink Co. All to mark that I had a taco night this night, which probably just means we made some really easy tacos. And that is it. Nothing fancy, but I sure marked it pretty fancy. All right, that is the whole spread. Apologies that it wasn't a super exciting week in my life, so probably not the most engaging voiceover that I've ever done, but like I said, I really did enjoy, I loved using this kit, and I really loved how it turned out. You can see all those leftover green stickers. I didn't use any of the green. But yeah, I really enjoyed how this spread turned out. I hope you like it too. Once again, if you are sticking around with me right now and watching my spring Plan With Me's while I get caught up from taking a little break from posting Plan With Me's, I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging around enough to watch videos that are out of season. Like, that's really cool. So if you're still here, thank you so much. That's pretty much it. As always, all of the shops I have coupon codes and freebies and all that for are linked down below. So check that out, and you can find me on Instagram as well. And I think that's all. Thanks, everybody. Bye.